Alright, everyone. So here I am at the next location, which is the Newark Hospital. It's right over, just beyond those two little buildings. There's a sports complex right by it. But right there is the hospital. It's a little bit bigger than the one we were at previously. A little bit smaller than the first one. But it's right there. So we're gonna do a walk around and see what we can see. Hopefully we'll be able to see if they have any of the testing sites up and see if anyone's going there, and also see if they respect our right to film in public. Some of this is going to be hard to get into, but we'll see what we can do. You know, there's a bunch of little offices, so they have to be publicly accessible. So we'll see what happens. I had to stop and use the bathroom and was kind of hungry, so I had to get something to eat real quick. Now, I was told, and then the news confirmed it supposedly, that if you look on there, you see DeMay Living Center. Well, one of the residents actually ended up having the coronavirus. And basically, I don't know if they shut it down or whatnot. So let's check it out and see what we see. Right here I'm on public roadway. As you can see, looks like they got a little storage container set up. There's an outhouse right by it, like a little, you know how they have those office ones where they got the windows and they probably got heat inside. So I'm wondering if maybe that's their little thing of testing area. And more signs directing you which way is what. It's still sprinkling, misting, and whatnot. Now, if you look at the street sign right there, it doesn't say it's a private lane or private road, so let's walk back this way. See what looks like a trailer set up not too far. girlfriend, when she first got up here, was actually hired at DeMay. We started to go through the process of the orientation and whatnot, and decided it wasn't for her. She took another job at a different hospital, was there for a little bit, and then went into another small area doing hospice care, more or less, or retirement rehabilitation, or something along those lines. Come on, get back up there. There's that little shed that I pointed out in the beginning. It's a little construction shed. Oh, they got a couple more. Let's see if I can get, there we go. A couple more right there. There's the emergency entrance. But I don't see any tents. So I don't know what to think. Yeah, used to be able to park right there where those trailers are, but they got that blocked off. So I don't really know. But let's walk down this way. Try to get this gimbal situated, or stabilizer. That's the backside of the hospital. And the outpatient entrance is right over there, which is right there. So, and their helipad is right there, and also where the ambulances come in at. This little building right there is where they do the blood work and everything. So it's kind of weird. I know one thing that I heard on the news is that a Wayne County jail deputy, because it's run by the sheriffs, was tested positive for coronavirus. So imagine what that would do, him going to work before he got tested and everything. And, you know, the whole jail being put on lockdown because he tested positive. So it's kind of scary in a way. you know, how many people in the jail contacted the coronavirus when he when they came in contact with that deputy. So I don't know, it just seems kind of crazy. I'm basically standing on the outskirts. There's power poles right there, so they have to have public easement for those power poles in case something happens to them. You would think, right? But that I'm not too sure about, so I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time here. But out of the 3 hospitals, the small town of Clifton Springs is the only one that had any tents set up for a testing area. Now, what that says, I'm not sure. But if you think it was such a big pandemic and everything, why is only the small hospital having the tents set up for people to come and be tested outside? Makes no sense. These little things here, that one and those, are for testing. Looks like they got a thing in see right in the window, if that's what that is. So I'm not sure. But, it's kind of weird. Waiting to see if something just triggered. Because it looked like a security guy standing in the door there. But, I don't know. So, it makes me wonder why this hospital and the first one didn't have any tents or anything set up that we could see. They didn't even have any signage showing where they could go to get tested if they had any. If they did have an area set aside for it. So it makes no sense. Your hospital, you got this pandemic going on. Why is there no tent set up to let people know where to get that they can be tested there, and no signage proving that? So I don't know. It makes no sense. So I'm curious. Let's see here. Can't get in too far. We'll have to wait and see. The front side of it, I didn't see anything. And it just, why don't they have something set up? That's the question. You know, but it's almost probably just after 1. Temperatures in the 40s. It's cold, it's wet. You know, who knows what to think. Contact. How's it going?
Can I help you?
No, just take a video.
I cannot have you take video.
Why?
It's private property.
The sign there doesn't say anything private, which is public access.
It's public access, but we can't have you taking videos.
Well, it's a constitutionally protected activity. I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm narrating a story. I'm an independent journalist gathering content.
I'm sorry. Suspicious.
All right, is that a felony or misdemeanor?
No, I have no idea. I'm not here to say
It's
that.
neither.
I cannot have you recording.
It's a constitutionally protected activity.
Patients that are in that direction.
All right.
And
HIPAA violation only applies to the doctors and the healthcare.
Patients entering a building.
Are you sure about that?
Just please leave.
Okay.
And please don't record back on our property.
It's publicly accessible. This shit.
Is that going to be an
Right.
issue? Because I'm going to have to call the cops if it is.
I'm just letting you know. It's a constitutionally protected activity.
Honestly, I'm all for people recording everything.
All right. There's no testing area, really. Is there any tents set up for testing?
Record anything on property.
Another thing.
What is you filming for?
I'm a journalist gathering content for a story.
Okay. What kind of story? Just buildings, like an architect?
It's a piece for interest to the public.
Can I get your name?
No,
Okay. And what do you
I'm
do?
not doing anything wrong.
I never said you were, sir. I mean, other than you're recording on private property.
This sign doesn't say like a private drive or anything. This is accessible to the public.
It's accessible to the public, but it's still somebody
Right.
owns this property. Do you understand what I'm saying?
It's accessible to the public.
Yes.
So
Agreement.
public can walk in or drive in, right?
Business, yes.
Anything I can see from the public view, I can record.
Yes, on the road. From the road. Private. This is a driveway, pretty much.
It's publicly accessible. Up there's where the parking lot is. This is the road going into it, right?
So no name. So you do this for YouTube? Is that? You gotta help me understand.
I don't have to help you do anything.
All right. Well,
I'm conducting a First Amendment protected activity.
no name. So you're just out here recording. So how am I supposed to know who you are, or what you're doing, to be not a threat?
Do I look like a threat? I'm out here walking
Anybody could be a
casually.
threat.
I'm not doing anything illegal.
Never said you were. Other than you possibly could be recording patients entering the ER.
If they're in public and you can see them with your eyes, there's no expectation of privacy in public.
How close did you get to the building?
I got to about, you see where the last car is parked over there?
Yeah.
That's about where I stopped, and I filmed the container, which looked like it had a screen in there for
Were you
like
here
storage.
The other day?
No. I have not been here. This is my first day over here.
Sure. Okay. Because there was someone here the other day doing about the same thing.
This is the third hospital I've been to
Well,
gathering my content.
at this time, I'd like you to leave.
All right.
I appreciate your cooperation. And I also ask you to not return while recording. We're asking all press, seeing as you're independently journalist. There's the parking lot over there, and if you'd like, I can contact my administration, and they can have someone call you. Or
I don't need anyone to call me.
Well, we're asking all press to stay off property, please.
Really? And
That's
where are they?
See where that red car and the blue car?
Yeah.
Those parking spots there. That's where they're asking them to go. But like you said, this road is a.
And that's also publicly accessible over there, going around to
That's
get to
also
the other
hospital
road.
property. As soon as you come off this road here, which is Newark's highway road here, this is all hospital property.
Then they need to make, was that Candy Apple Lane? They need to make it private, where it says PVT on the road sign.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
I can see where there can be confusion, but I'm telling you what we can and can't have. You can film all you want from, the road itself. I can't, once you get onto the road, that's you. I just can't have you on property filming. I appreciate it, and I hope you get your story that you want or you're doing. Okay? So you weren't here the other day?
Nope.
All right.
So, do they have any tents set up for testing?
I can't comment on any of that because I don't.
Well,
What you see is what you get, what I get too.
so basically, no tents for testing in a pandemic. If you go to Clifton Springs Hospital, they have tents set up right outside their south entrance for testing.
When were you at Clifton?
Just today.
Did anybody contact you there? Or just...
Nope.
You don't want to tell me what you're here, how to look up what you're looking at?
It's
Story
not.
covering and
It's not ready yet. I'm just gathering content.
when I could. Say a week. Whatever it takes to.
It'll probably be whoever picks it up.
All right, sir. Yeah, just please stay off property. You can record what you can from the roads, so I can't stop you from the roadway. This is a this is a private road here, our driveway.
Then it needs to be marked private.
I'm calling the hospital itself and making a recommendation.
Well, you work here. Can I get your name and your ID number?
I don't have any of that, sir.
You don't have a name?
Not for you today. Of course, it's.
Well, you made contact. Should be in your policy to.
Step out of the. Right over here.
Should be in your policy to identify yourself.
You have a good day, sir. Just watch this car pulling out behind you.
I'm fine. I'm on the side of the road. So you're not going to identify yourself?
Nothing says I have to, sir.
It's not part of your policy? You sure?
Sorry, sir. Once it gets already again, I'm going to have to inform the authorities. You've been asked to stay off. Appreciate it. All cooperation. Have a good day.
Tyrant. Nothing but a tyrant. walk of shame, no name, even though he asked. He was being kind of cordial, but yeah. There he goes. Dun, dun, dun. Did he stop? Yeah. There's Felicia. And he's making the phone call. But anyway, people. I came out to the property when he asked. So you leave it pressed, making them stand out here. But yet, if it was mainstream media, they would probably be right up in there. And watch, he's gonna follow. Because there he is, right over in there. And he's still there. Yeah, there he is. Hiding behind the cars. See, with that, I wasn't sure what could be done. Yeah, he's still standing over there. Like I told him, I don't need anyone to contact me. She waved at me, people. She waved. Can't get the scar open. Now, do you see any signs that say anything from the video? I But anyway, they have no testing areas set up. And if they do, they don't have anything showing where the test can be done. So, what's that tell you people? He's still standing over there. So, this is Rochester News Auditor. I'm going to go ahead and shut this down. I'll start it back up if anything happens. So, have a good day and take it easy. My battery's about to die. Alright? Take care.